up a note or anything?
No, we're good. Hello. How are you? Welcome back to Life Trials by EAC with your favorite Playboy model and political analyst. I hope everybody's doing very well on this beautiful, lovely Sunday evening. Thank you for joining me. We got here in the house Miss Kendall. I was going to say Kendall Jenner. Oh my God.
Common mistake. I am the original Kendahl, so just,
Kendahl.
with an H.
So if you would like to support this podcast, please visit elizabethcharney.com and subscribe to all the platforms that are hosting my podcast and YouTube. You guys know how important that is. Tell them.
Very important.
Super important.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Guys, it's so hard to grow if you guys don't subscribe. Hey, come on. I'm very interesting.
I think so.
Thank
I
you.
learn something new every time I click on one of your podcast links.
It's fucking awesome.
You have an excellent point of view, and I really enjoyed your SOS Cuba podcast.
Hey, thank you.
That
was a good one. I hope you guys tune into that one. So
Yeah.
thank you for reminding me of that. That was
Absolutely.
actually great. Without further ado, in today's episode, I wanted to bring to you guys the live trial series that I created a few weeks back, that I kind of give you guys more of an insight into the trials and insights of those people who are, obviously coming on this podcast, and just people who I speak to in my own personal experiences. And today we wanted to continue our conversation on the world of dating. Oh my God.
It's a universe, apparently.
Tell them.
Jeez, first off, I'm not dating online. I have limited social media, so anyone I come across outside of social media, I don't get hit on, actually. No one really stops me to take my time, which is great because I can just go point A to point B and get what I need to get done. But the people that I've started to give time to and give chances to aren't really developing in the way that I thought they would, and I'm trying to keep an open mind, but I'm not really finding what I'm looking for.
Yeah, no, me neither.
And we've been out there for quite some time.
I'm not even looking either. That's what's crazy. But on today,
Like, it just, meeting new people for the first time and, getting to know someone and taking into account social distance and reading body language. I really don't think men know how to read.
no,
They
I
certainly
don't
have.
do anything. Seems like nowadays.
So today, I'm feeling extremely drained of energy, so I'm just going to connect with my higher self here. We're in this beautiful crystal crown.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey. We only radiate positivity in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Higher vibrations and frequencies.
It's very nice.
Yep.
The camera zoom in over there. Speaks. Gotta speak to them. Tell them.
This beautiful crystal crown right here. If you don't have crystals, what the fuck is you do? Oh, excuse me. What the F is you doing? Everything is vibration. Everything is energy. Everything is, what you speak life into. So I just wanted to shout out to this crown. Thank you, Elizabeth, for letting me wear it and, recharge my energy after the rather draining day today. We were in the hot sun, and it was just kind of overwhelming, and the meeting new people, and
It was a great event, that's for sure. I'm very
awesome
grateful
event.
to
awesome.
the really cool car event. I was able to bring Sky, and I just think that it's good to go out there and meet people and stuff like that, but I got very bored easily because it was just so fixated on just a material thing. And to me, I guess I'm just not used to I don't know, being around just material oriented things. So
Yes.
But it was a great event by Diamonds by Raymond Lee. It was very nice to go see those beautiful cars and stuff like that. But it's an event, and you have your shit everywhere you go. But however, today was a draining day. But I'm glad that we're here to discuss this conversation about continue our conversation about dating, because I think it's really important.
And then meeting people's friends for the first time too. And then personal space. Sorry guys, I digress. I get into a rabbit hole, like Alice in Wonderland sometime with my train of thoughts. But
I don't know, go right ahead, bro. Because some people just really don't know shit. I don't know what's going on with everybody nowadays.
Yeah. So personal space. It was a wonderful event. It was very well done. Cars were spaced. People were it just pretty standoffish. People, I didn't talk to anyone other than the people that were invited by, I guess, someone who's interested in me, which is fine. But when you're uncomfortable in someone's presence and like you try to put distance between them, and why do they keep advancing? And it's like it just is an uncomfortable situation. And I've been in that situation very few times, but I noticed it happened today, and I just kind of want to speak on that kind of overwhelming presence and men not knowing how to read body language. And it's like no means no, and back up. And I don't know. Have you ever had experiences outside of what happened today? But have you ever had someone like you keep pressing you even though you like set up a boundary or say no?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm very aggressive, and I just think that was so we were having a conversation today with an individual that we had just met, and he was just the type of person that likes to touch people when he speaks. It's a
Too much.
it's a cultural thing, but it was really overboard. I'm Cuban, and we're very, we talk with our hands and stuff, but to like be grabbing another person's hand and like hey,
I didn't see you grab your hand. That's awful.
not my hand, but
okay.
like just like this. It wasn't really anything.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make it seem like that guy was super crazy, but it was just like it's weird. Like
Please stop.
who why do you have to touch the person that you don't even know that you're having a conversation with? Like, back up, relax, like don't get super hypey, because you're around beautiful women and you don't know how to act. Like, no me toques.
Oh,
favor.
Yep. Very materialistic, but I mean, in touching, I just is a huge
You're just
no
that
for
type
me.
of person. So
Yeah, and then
you gotta explain to the people what it is that you're referring to, because they were probably be like, okay.
And I'm not used to close talkers unless it's like
you don't like a close talker.
No, I don't like really close talkers, and just no thank you. And what's respectful to me is a little bit more distance, and then I can choose to come closer to you. But well, that's too much. Over touching is too much. Not to a perfect stranger, in my opinion. And I know that touching people, you establish a connection, but it was too much and it's unwelcome. I'm going to speak to something, talk about life trial, and it's hard to go out there and date. I was actually, I'm 6 feet tall and about, I walk around at 178 right now. Look at this awesome six-pack. Look at this.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't show it. I wish I had a six-pack.
So, I'm strong, I'm big, and for someone to hold me down and I say no, and I have to, there's pain the next day to try and get this person off of me. No means no.
My throat today is a little weird.
You can't force a connection,
Sorry,
Anyways.
Well, can you talk about more of the individual social values of dating that's corrupted nowadays, and what's missing out there?
Respect. Period.
Time wasters.
Yeah.
Time waster.
And you know what? I thought about the cycle of drama and how people can become addicted to it because that's their pattern of behavior, and they're used to that romantic push and pull with the the wave of chemicals that come with emotions and such inside of us, and that can be addictive. And I thought about further your situation, and I just I see you as just moving forward and light at the end of the tunnel, and you're just going forward, and you're not even a part of that circular negative energy again.
I mean, it's just I got out of a very toxic relationship, that's for sure.
And I don't think that you were
a year ago.
You were valued, and as you should be. And after what I went through, after what you went through, I think you actually said this. You were like, I realize my own value now. And that comes from inside, and no one can go through that unless no one could go through that for you.
No, it's crazy because some people will attempt to make malicious attempts to devalue you as a person, your worth, your principles, because they're projecting their own negativity and their own insecurities and stuff like that. They think that's
the other problem.
It's just
projection.
Yeah, it's pretty sad that instead of just resolving your own internal demons, you just try to project the demons on other people and then turn around and say, oh, you're the problem. Like,
when you become
it's
like
weird.
the person that you're
So creepy.
dating, do you become their mirror? And if they reject you as their mirror, they hate themselves, right? So you're not the problem. It's them projecting that onto you.
That's so whack.
Yep.
These guys are super whack nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, life out there is super weird. People are very dismissive, judgmental. They make a lot of biases. And I think that people are very quick in our generation now to just simply ghost people and think it's super cool, without, you know, having any type of dialogue about the differences and dissenting. And that's an issue. And just being able to have a conversation and have a difference with the person. Like, why is that a problem? Like, to want and like things that are not what the person you're trying to pursue likes to do. I mean, that's the whole purpose of being with that person, or like pursuing them because they're different than you are. I don't know. I don't want to be with somebody that's
And you get to know
like
the
me.
person and you talk about it, and don't be so dismissive. Get to know the person and don't get close too quickly, because that's a huge red flag too. Are they desperate? Won't touch on that one.
No, and it's just the fact that a lot of people are just very close-minded and think they're gonna find the false perfect person, and that's those crazy people that pretend that there's nothing wrong with them and that everything is perfect, they have no issues and stuff like that. But then you look at the person and they're at a certain age and you say, buddy, but you're this age, you've never been married, you don't have kids, and you're behaving in this manner, and then projecting that stupidity on people half your age. Like, fuck off, guy.
Not even connected to reality is what that
Super
is.
crazy. I don't even understand it. It's illogical. It's illogical thinking, and it's not based on, like, you know, any logical sense at all. Facts, forget about that. I mean, I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and it became a kind of just a weird dispute about what was going on with the gymnast and all that stuff, that she couldn't take her Adderall or whatever. But there was a whole, the one that left Biles, what's her name?
Simone Biles?
Sama, because, you know, obviously, like, she has, you know, severe ADHD, she takes medication, whatever. The only reason why I felt that she shouldn't have left was because she knew all this information before she went over there to Japan. Like, it's illegal, like the medication's illegal and stuff. So obviously, whatever, like, people have their differences. You find out more information and you revamp your opinion on an issue. And this guy went crazy. He was like, oh, you think that it's okay for somebody to just keep going even if they're having a mental breakdown? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're kind of twisting it, and they just become very vile. Instead of just, I don't know what's going on with the energies nowadays, and just conversing with another person that's trying to pursue you and they're insulting your opinions. Like, I don't even get it.
Disrespectful. It goes
Such a
back to
weird
respect.
situation, bro.
Yep.
These people, like, what the fuck? So can you then tell me about the, like, public social values that are just, what do you see publicly? Because I mean, I could sit here and give people like, okay, vaya.
What I see publicly, you know, I think people are actually becoming a bit more conservative, and in small groups, they're getting closer. And as I've studied martial arts, I've noticed different gyms in different communities, and there's like people that go for the vibes and such. And, you know, if I'm just not connecting with you, then please, you know, just read the room, buddy, the woman, whoever you are, just read it and just understand, like, there are boundaries and no means no. And that's okay to have differences.
It's like,
I respect you, and I you know, I bless you, and I never wish ill on anyone. Just, you know, I wish for a blessing to come along to take them out of my life. Bye.
I want you to talk about a recent experience, and then I'm going to talk about what happened to me, like a recent dating experience that I've had. Because I've had good ones, and then I've had jokes of meeting people, and Jesus Christ, because wow, you know.
And yes, and there was another experience that I had where someone offered something and then I still had to pay for it, and I don't understand that. If it's your suggestion, then, you know, unless the other person insists, you know, payment or whatever, just, you know, you offered it, so you should cover the expense. And, you know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, it doesn't even make sense. You're gonna
Yeah, my family does
propose
that.
an
I do
idea.
that. Like that's a yeah.
You're paying. I mean,
It's
a
a
man
guess.
always has to pay for all that stuff. They want to pursue a woman. That is their
And waste the
duty,
time.
bro,
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
pay. What is that? Like, come on.
Exactly.
And then they want to play this dominant role. Let me dominate and all that stuff. What are you paying
Yeah.
for exactly? Because the only person going to be dominating is your own self, like by yourself.
Mm-hmm. And
So it doesn't even make sense.
dominating the personal space, violating your personal space, and just not paying attention. It's like they don't care, and they're gonna do whatever they want.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, I was
Like,
trying to
please
find this
stop.
like situation. So I went out.
Like I had to physically put myself in front of you at one point, so you just like run away.
No, yeah, because I was getting tired of that guy like poking at me. He was like poking, like, oh, but you know, and it's just like a gesture. I don't know if he had Tourette's or something, like, but it's just ill. And then people, I don't
And
like.
no, you can't drive my car.
No, and I mean, no, and they wanted to go in the. I mean, it's just so crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't take much offense to that stupidity. I think it's more, based on the aspect that these guys actually think that like girls are just disposable. Like, here, next,
Not to be toyed
next.
with, not to be played with. Be nice.
I don't even
be
get
fun.
it. I
Give
don't.
me my space.
It doesn't make sense, and I really think that what happened to me on Thursday. So I was supposed to meet this person. Literally, we had plans established to meet for dinner. So this person literally, instead of just being a man and letting me know, this was the very first time in forever that somebody did this. And I haven't dated in like fucking 8 years. So now just going out and meeting people, this person waited till I got to the restaurant. In front of the restaurant, he literally told me that he had an emergency. He had to leave. And he didn't even want to pay for the valet. I was like, you're disgusting. And I almost pushed him down those stairs that we were like kind of standing on the edge. But I just walked around him and was just looking at him like he was garbage because he was super like garbage.
Well, I told you that you're earth shattering. And so he
Gross.
just wasn't. I can't believe.
Disgusting.
I can't believe. I've never.
And that was the same day too that the other one had a heart attack because I was dissenting with him on what we were gonna plan to do when we hung out, and he just I don't know. He's like, nope, you know what? We're not compatible anymore. No, when you were sticking your tongue.
I had one ghost me, and then when I saw him in public, I was like,
quiet. Let me be quiet, bro.
I was like, what the heck is wrong? Like, what's going on? He's like, no connection. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We both know that's not the case.
It didn't even make. It was just so weird because it was because of the fact that I wasn't agreeing to the activities that he wanted to do. He just completely dismissed me entirely. He's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to deal with you. You're not compatible. And that's it. Instead of just saying, you know what? I'm the loser. I have no tolerance for people. I'm sorry. If you're not going to do what I say, just like, I'm going to go find another girl. I'd rather a guy tell me that than sit here and do that, project this shit on me. Like,
They'll never tell you that.
like not compatible. That's not what you were saying when you were trying to look at my pussy, you stupid fucking, fuck, bro. Oh my god.
They're not into crystal crowns and getting
I
connected
actually,
with their higher self, so
fuck
are
that
men
shit, bro.
hopeless? I'm trying to have faith.
I actually like was considering,
have faith in yourself. I'm getting cramps. Oh god.
I'm not even gonna, bro. These people are just all a joke. Everything, nobody's serious. Everyone's just fucking around, like thinking that pussy is out there for free because you have this car, you live in this house.
You
I don't
have
get
this
it.
car.
Like, what's wrong with these guys? I swear to God, I've never seen such a ugly ass phenomenon that's
Do the
happening
rich
in
ones
this.
show up in sweatpants? Do the rich ones show up in sweatpants? Like casual, I don't care. I got money. I'm not trying to.
No, I swear to God, I want to start being like, yo, take an Uber. Give me an Uber because
Right?
I'm not gonna drive anymore. I'm so sick of it, honestly.
Oh, that's weird.
But it's so weird. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the world right now and everything. Everyone's going cuckoo and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, sit down, sir. Like, what do you have to offer? You're over here dismissing people.
I'm gonna read more
Like,
books.
and then when I told you about the other one that I met like a month ago, when I went to dinner with him, I met him at his place. I mean, these guys are so weird, you know? It's just very chill. I'm a very reasonable person. I don't expect a guy to pick me up every single time from my house, and I think I'm a princess. No, I'll actually be reasonable. I'll meet you there, or we'll meet halfway, or because where I was going, it was close to his house. I was like, okay, I'll meet you at your house, all this shit. Bro, I was wearing a fucking white thong that ripped that night, right? And you know what I did? Okay, I threw it away before I left. Obviously I was going home for the night. There's no fucking sucking nothing. These guys, they don't get nothing from this pussy. I'll tell you. So I literally threw away the thong. And you know what I get the next day?
What'd you get the next day?
I got a text message
Ew.
of a picture that he literally took the thong out of his fucking garbage can and cleaned it and was like, Elizabeth, if you ever want to come pick them up, after being such a dick the night before, I wasn't gonna talk to him ever again. But I can't believe he did that, and then he sent me a picture.
He went fishing for your underwear.
He's like, "Oh, I'll put them, or I can just keep them in my vault." That one was a fucking dime piece, bro.
Shoebox.
I don't know what the fuck he has, bro, but that was just like, these are the encounter. I'm just like, damn, for you to, what if I had like my period or something and that I was fucking like embarrassed and shit, so I just left without underwear. No, the thong, like my G-string fucking ripped. And like it was to the point that I was just better off not wearing underwear, and I was already going home, you get me? And I threw it away, but this bum takes it out of the fucking garbage. Literally
weirdo.
Telling you, I don't know.
Ew.
He did. I guess he wanted to fuck so bad that he was like, let me smell her pussy or something. I don't know.
Oh god.
I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore.
I don't know.
That was very personal, but honestly, I needed to tell people that story because that shit was ridiculous.
It's wild. Always pack up. Never leave anything behind, I guess. I guess you should have a trash bag just in case.
Probably he still has it to this day.
So I was out at this doctor's office, and I was throwing away a cup, and the receptionist was kind enough to provide me the recycle bin, and this man walking back out the other side, he was like, they're gonna take your DNA, they're gonna scan it for fingerprints.
The fuck? Suck a dick.
Sir, excuse me, have a nice day. It was the weirdest thing.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
We're just too much. I like talking to you about dating.
We have some interesting stories, and I think we've been through a lot, and I think that the more that we share, the more others are learning as well. And the best offense is a good defense, so I think we have to protect ourselves, protect our energy, okay, and do what is good and healthy and wise for ourselves first and foremost. And I'm so grateful to be living in the United States as a fellow patriot. And in this country, you can truly pursue happiness, and that's written into our Constitution. So just stay happy and stay healthy out there.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to my YouTube channel and my website, where you will be notified. Just put your email and you will always stay up to date with all the episodes that I release and all that beautiful stuff. And if you would also like to consider supporting me on my website, any donations will be enormously appreciated.
Cha-ching.
It's to keep this podcast up and running. I love you guys. Thank you again for tuning into Live Trials by EAC with yours truly. Bye bye. Tell them any last things, please.
Just everyone have a great weekend, and shout out to Boca Boxing District. Dia Davis, thanks for the great workout on Saturday. Can't wait to see you next week.
Dile bye bye.
Crop top. Yeah, it's super cute.
Cutie.
Abs.